Oh, it's
We
Bob the
are not
London.
just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people and creating a community of great minds and values.
Darren Lewis, my guy.
Mesdemoiselles, mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis bonsoir. Je m'appelle Fama Clément et ce soir, je suis avec LGBT sur LGBT TV Radio.
Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Enigmatic TV radio. It's
Can we
fun.
just for a minute?
Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Enigmatic TV radio. It's fun. This is radio like you never heard before. Enigmatic TV radio, the pathfinder for radio. This is radio like you never heard before. Enigmatic TV radio, the best in entertainment and sport.
Let's go!
So let me tell you about the Enigmatic TV radio, entertainment, news and sports. Let me tell you about the Enigmatic TV radio. Yes, I am calling me Dieka Omi, and you're listening to Enigmatic TV radio. Don't touch that dial. You touch it, I'll make you bath. Enigmatic TV radio, we dare to lead.
Simple. I just received myself. My phone on the camera.
Right angle.
Marry yourself.
Right angle. Hit me. DJ Elwell.
Oh, God. I'm not the
Yeah. Tell her. Woo. Young Mula, baby.
Alright, guys, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet Friday edition on Elegbated TV Radio. My name is Daffy Matthias. You love to call me the Elegbated One Sports. I've got me in the building. Our Igbo Africa, African Igbo, Warrior Igbo, sexy Seiko Blade, fat Aquaman. Yes, it's the fat Aquaman. And then you have celebrity journalist. What's that guy that discovered Zazu? What's his name again? Pokoli lookalike. Pokoli's former life brother, and also looks like quite like a few footballers out there. People tell me that I look like footballers too, but this one is different. Yeah, Emmanuel Sebastian, the Liverpoolian who hate to see Liverpool lose. I mean, you need to see him in transfer windows where he's ranting and crying and lamenting. And then the other guy to his left and to my right doesn't know jack about football, but he knows a lot about gadget. As a matter of fact, this studio whole setup, if we are facing any trouble, technical problem, that's the guy that solves it. And it's okay for you guys to meet the team. Sorry for you guys on YouTube. I think from next year we'll find a way to create to get the equipment that will make it possible for us to put everybody on the YouTube stream to put a mixer, V-mix, and do proper production. It's just that it's going to be expensive, but I think by next year we would be able to have gotten the money to do that. Let's just get past all these things that we actually plan to do that this year. Then Tega's surgery came up, all of the follow-up, well, we'll go do this burial this month and first come back, and then we clear our eyes. May God help me on this, this burial. May God help me. That's all I can say. I trust God anyway. He's always turning up for me. So this is not the time where I'll be afraid. But then, I say this on Friday, we don't talk much. We leave you guys to do the talking. You can bring up any question, personal questions, sporting questions, general questions. But then there's a new football club in the land. Yes, there's a new football club they're launching tomorrow, and everybody's excited. Let me go through that one before I leave Emmanuel Sebastian on chat. Dozie Mbosi to launch football club in Surulere. Football fans in Surulere and the adjoining areas will be in the coming season enjoy club football as Club 1472 births in Sports City. I don't know what that 1472 means, but if I have a chance to interview them, that's the first question I'm going to ask you. What is that number? What's the significance of that number? Is that your combination of people's birthday month, birthday, different, combination. Is it prison number? Is it your safe code? Is it your ATM, ATM code, your PIN? It could be anything. It could be security PIN. It could be something.
The person might be a vampire and was born that day.
Because we're in 2023, but Ethiopia is 2016, I mean 2006. So everybody have their own thing. Chief Executive Officer of Club 1472, Dr. Shegun Sani said the format adopted to unveil the club to fans was carefully planned to take the team to the people. Okay, we would be starting a procession from the area. Anytime I hear procession, the first thing that comes to mind is Sabala. When I remember this one, water away my water away my. That's like the only thing that comes to my mind when I remember when they talk about procession and all that. From the area that has traditionally hosted sports ground in Lagos, which is Tesla Balogun, the former UAC ground. Yeah, I found that out recently, thanks to a friend who said that place used to be UAC ground. I didn't know before. Thanks to people who grew up in Lagos. The parade with band motorcade and other players would terminate at the Union Bank Sports Ground on Body Thomas with a cocktail for media personalities and invited guests. Revealed Sani. Club 1472 will be competing in the Nigerian National League NNL in the incoming season. As Sani says, our target is to join the elite Nigerian Premier Football League NPFL next season. Already, a number of celebrities with roots in Surulere have identified with the club and would be joining the unveiling ceremony. According to the club's CEO, we truly want to build a club that belongs to the people, and we have intentionally reached some prominent Surulere residents, including popular Nollywood actors and politicians who have shown enthusiasm for the club. I just hope that this popular Nollywood actor is not Desmond Idiot. You don't want to start your club on a bad note. Yes, now I talk Desmond, my age mate. There's nothing, I don't know if you have to call an idiot for what you do during the palliative. Having said that, I want to go with Emmanuel. First, this is a tech guy. I remember 2 seasons ago, they said he wants to buy Sheffield. And I sit here in this studio and I said, that's not going to work. It is not possible. He's a Nigerian. The British will never sell their club to him. And then Sheffield have too much traditional history. They are part of the people that started English football back in the day. It's never going to happen. People tell me that. People said, oh, that you are. And then Nigerians like to play this tribe card. Oh, because Naibo man, that's why you're saying that. Meanwhile, my three children's name are Chukwuemeka, Ogochukwu, and Ekenechukwu. Yet you think that I don't like Igbo people. Meanwhile, the name of my wife is Nkechi. I don't understand where I don't like Igbo people come from anyway. But yeah, we'll push that conversation. I need to know from you, Emmanuel. Finally, the reverse have happened. What I said 2 years ago have happened now. I said if he really wants to invest in club football, the best place to come do it is here. First off, he won't spend much. Football is not a profit-oriented business anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, you don't make profit investing in football. So if you really want to do charity, why do it in the UK? That will not appreciate it. They would insult you. They will run you down. Eventually, you will run away from it. I mean, Simon Jordan was the owner of Crystal Palace. He didn't make any profit from it. He ran away. Mike Ashley is coming back to football now, but we know how this whole thing goes. So my question to you is, as a tech person, I was expecting that they would do some graphics, some videos, some stuff and put it on billboards scattered across Lagos, right? And then on your system, you're just on your phone and you get a message on the others. Flash advert will be everywhere. That's what I thought. If I was a tech person and I have the kind of money that they have, I will not do procession, because procession first off will cause unnecessary hardship for the people in Surulere. I want to go there, but I'm thinking the traffic, the stress that I'm going to go through, I don't think it's worth it for me. But I'm just asking you, Emmanuel, if you were these people and you had the kind of money that they have, is that the line you will follow?
Good morning to you. Good morning to all listeners out there.
Good morning.
Good to be back on the market.
Thank God we have a tech boy in the house, so, a tech man.
But to be honest, I mean, I didn't see this procession thing coming. I mean, it's Surulere. They want to take it to the people, and you could see their angle taking it to people.
They're not taking it to the people. They're inconveniencing the people.
That's what the CEO came out to say, that they want to take it to the people and they plan the procession and stuff like that. So in my head, like procession really, like you say, the first thing that comes to your mind is, crowd movement and stuff like that. But it is quite surprising the angle they are coming from. But I'm waiting to see what they'll do after this procession. And like you said, since they are into tech or something related, they should find a way to do some digital, announcement, digital thing to let the whole world know that this club is coming out. I mean, I didn't really see much update about Club 1472 until yesterday, on tabloids, on news headlines that he wants to launch a club. And I rightfully said, we're here and I'm talking about this man buying Sheffield United 2 seasons ago in England. How difficult that deal went back and forth, no progression here and there with the whole thing coming up. And it didn't happen eventually. Sheffield United are in the Premier League anyways. But coming back to Nigeria to get a club, I think it's the right move. We want to see these people, bring that money to Nigeria, try and get a club, even though it can be somehow challenging, somehow difficult. But if you have that passion, I mean, Remo Stars and Sporting Lagos, you look at those two clubs and what they've done recently.
Yep.
It will want to motivate you as well, because I mean, for Sporting Lagos, their owner is into tech as well. So you see what they are doing, and I mean, it's a kind of motivation for any new club that wants to come in. Don't forget, just before Club 1472, we had Inter Lagos recently as well.
Yeah.
The owners of Plug Sports who came out as well to launch that football club, who also were playing in the NNL.
Hey, Imade is here. Imade, we cannot bring you live, so you can only just join and comment, okay? Just comment and comment. We can't bring you live because the show is live, and we don't bring people on the live stream like that because of all those other events that are involved. But you can comment, you can make your comment. Please make your contribution. Don't leave us unless you are engaged. Let's go ahead.
All right, so it's good to see this host of clubs coming up in Lagos. I mean, like I said, Sporting Lagos, Inter Lagos. We have a number of them in the NNL, Smart City, quite a number of them. So I don't know where they will be playing their home games. We don't know how the arrangement is going to be, but seeing so many clubs in Lagos, I mean, it's something you would love to see as a young boy. I mean, I listen to people talking about clubs of the old in Lagos, and we're not born then. So hopefully this
the Nitel, the Stars, the Niger Dog, the VIPs.
Hopefully these clubs can live up to that hype of the way I see people hyping those clubs of the old. So I want to witness that, and I love the fact that this club are coming up. But I will keep our fingers crossed for what Club 1472 is all about.
My only fear with clubs coming up in Nigeria is the longevity. The average Nigerian is short-term investor. Nigerians don't do long-term investment. Nigerians generally don't do long-term investment. And Nigerians like to invest and see the result of their investment. That's who we are. That's why we would rather do MMM than do Bitcoin. That's why we would rather do MMM than say, okay, let's contribute money to cooperative and go build the real estate and then turn it over and make it transgenerational wealth. So Nigerians on the norm, like.
But if you're getting a football club now, you should know that it's not something
most of them don't know. Somebody set up Ikorodu United, for instance. From the get-go, I told them that this guy will fail because the model they are operating by does not exist anymore, and it's not going to work. That's the current owner of MultiChoice, right? And what did he do? He went to my former, when I was still in Brilla, went to the boss and said they should stop me from talking on radio. What the hell is this one? Now you buy for diesel for the radio station. Now you want to. You want Barcelona to sack Messi because you don't like the way he play against the team. Like, are you sick? Right? But that's the kind of system we have. I said the same thing about MFL. I became personal non grata. Where are they today? I said MFL go disband. The more how football works, how you know that a football club is successful is their operational model.
Yeah.
Football not be marriage. In marriage, they say every marriage get their unique way. It not be like that for football. Football, you can tell a football club that will be successful. That's why I say in football is predictable. When I say football is not predictable, no, football is very, very predictable. There are forces that can, bend things sometimes, but football is largely very predictable. The reason for that is there is a model. There are patterns in life. If you see your friends, your circle of friends right now, like let's say, how many friends do you have, Emmanuel? Like close friends, how many?
Like what? Real friends?
Yeah, real friends, not just people that not the ones on Facebook and Twitter. Those are not your friends. So.
I mean, real friends. I mean, they should be enough to find like real
Okay.
friends.
In those 5 friends that you have, can you not predict the person that will be at least most successful among the 5?
Yeah.
Why is that?
In the way they do their thing, the way they set up, the way they go about their proceedings, you could see that this person can be successful.
Let me bring Siko on board. Siko, you're the tech man, so I mean, Elon Musk just told the whole world, told the British Prime Minister Sunak that in the future nobody will be working anymore. AI will do all the job, and they are still arguing about it. But when he said future, it could be 50 years from now. I remember when we were watching James Bond back in the 80s, and we'll see smart TV on James Bond film, and we used to think, this is not possible.
You see, the British Prime Minister arguing with Elon Musk. Let me even bust it.
The guy is very bad.
That arguing was just for show. The truth is, actually, if you check your papers now, the UK Vanguard, you see that the British just set up 241 million pounds to set up an AI lab. They just approved it.
Politicians were always a politician.
Because the truth is, they will always play politics, but they know. The truth is, they know. They've seen what AI can do. In fact, the things AI are doing right now, you heard the talk radio.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now they have radio hosts that's AI.
Yeah. Yeah, radio hosts that is AI, take phone calls,
do everything.
Talk to you like they know you for a very long time. When you call, you say, my name is Idafi. Idafi, what's up? What happened to your phone?
They want to check you on Google.
As soon as you are calling
your name,
they don't check you. They are the Google themselves. It's embedded in them. So with your name, they get your handle and everything, and it's coming straight up. They can tell you the tweet you made 10 years ago that you have forgotten.
Yeah.
The day, the time you make it. You understand? So this thing is, what I'm saying is, in football, but let me bring the question back to you. If you're the tech businessman, you're a billionaire, you have got this money, and you want to unveil your club, is that the way you would do procession like, man?
The funniest thing, in as much as I would want to, like the CEO said, they will bring it to the people, I would still want to show my text any day, anytime. Because the tech is my first business.
Yes.
I will still want to show how tech savvy I am. You understand? So there's no point blocking the road.
So lame.
No, there's no point doing that. There's no point.
GT Bank is doing the fashion weekend in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
11th and 12th or so. And everywhere I turn,
you see GT.
On my smart TV, I'm trying to watch Scorpion. The only advert that comes is the GT Bank fashion weekend. No, I don't get the angle. The angle is so useless.
Okay, wait. I'm just trying to see from their side.
The angle is so useless.
No, bro. No, let him talk. Let people know.
No, I'm just asking you. Like, don't you see any the angle you're coming from? Like, meeting people physically. They
will piss people off.
No, the best way to meet people is by meeting them at their very point, whatever they are doing.
Bible.
Everybody has see. 90% of the people in Nigeria they use smartphones.
MTN already have 350 million people using data.
And people are always on. See, don't tell me cell phone is addictive, smartphone is addictive. People are always on their smartphone. Even the Agberu collecting money. Once in a while, you still go and check his Instagram, check his blog. They do that. That's the best place to meet these people. You understand? Even if you still want to do this your normal routine, you even put advert there. So Surulere is just Surulere, and you just only want Surulere people. Your club is for Surulere. Everything is Surulere. You want to meet Surulere, and it ends in Surulere. What happens to fans in Aja? What happens to football fans in Ikorodu?
Ask.
You understand? So you just want to meet your whole business model is set up Surulere.
For a tech person, I think I think the model of introducing the club doesn't work for me. I'm not saying it's not good, but it doesn't work for me. And this is not me coming out of the gate. Somebody sent me a message and said, "Oh, let me just read it." And after this one that you're saying, are you not blocking your chances of working with these people? If they want to work with you before and they watch this video, they will just be angry with you. Well, there's no problem with that one. The thing that I do is so good that even the people who fight with me end up wanting to work with me. The first day out of the block, me and Prepare were fighting. Yeah. So we fought so much so that they invited me for a meeting at what's that hotel I went to again? Marriott.
Sheraton at VI. That's
Sheraton.
Sheraton. That's Sheraton. Yeah.
No, what's that hotel that
Sheraton
Precious?
by Marriott now.
No, not Sheraton.
Oh, sure.
Sheraton is by 4 points. What's that hotel that Precious like to go and eat breakfast? Our Precious.
Radisson Blue.
No, not Radisson Blue. In Benin. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm gonna find a figure. But it's definitely not Sheraton. Definitely not Sheraton. But you know, I'm saying that doesn't really bother me when people say, "Oh, you're fighting." I'm not fighting with them. I just think that as per tech-related people, we should have, like, you know, the wow factor is something that is a game changer.
Yeah.
If you're still doing the same thing that they used to do in the 80s and in the 60s or 70s or up to the 90s, it still doesn't really give you that ambient effect. Like, oh, these guys are tech. Oh, this.
There are so many things that you can do that's never been done before.
That's what I was thinking.
People. You are a tech savvy person, yeah? See, oh God. There's a way me personally I could make entrance. I'll bring air balloon with screen. Yeah, these boys will play this match before then, and I'll stream the match with audio flying low. Of course, you have to know the time, take permission from Nigerian airspace and all that doings. You just come from short distance because of airplanes and all that. Short distance fly and land inside the stadium.
That would have been very, very nice.
Everybody, like, they've never seen
because
that.
First off, it would wow everybody. People like, whoa.
What is this? What's going on? And the funny people start asking questions. Who are these people? What's going on? What is this? What?
Because that's what
questions people will
what I want to achieve. That's what I, as a club owner, I was telling a guy the other day that he was telling me, oh, I would like you us to come together and form a football club. And I told him, do you have up to $2 billion right now? Because if you don't have, don't waste my time. You know, you're not going to be able to run a football club. First off, I was like, what do you need $2 billion for? I said, that's even the takeoff plan. You need to get up to $5 billion. Because if you want me to first run a football club with you, let's partner and do a football club. I got the media side cover, but you must be able to tell me that I need to go buy an massive expanse of land. Let's build a stadium right now. As we're building, we're shooting the story on the stadium. Because we have a media person from ground zero, breaking ground, we're shooting every brick we put in. Do you see the tearing down of the Barcelona stadium?
Yeah. It
generates one in day one of putting it up. It generates 196,000 euros just out of views. People, there was tourists. People bought tickets to come and stay in safe distance to watch them rip out the seats and all that. And they're going to sell some of those seats for auctions. So that's the world we live in right now. That's the thing that I was having a conversation with Bafem Meraji on the Super Eagles and the way I think the NFF are doing their communications and the reason why no brand can put more than $5 million on the Super Eagles, no matter what they do right now. But even at that, the Super Eagles should be commanding between 10, 15, 20 to $30 million if we really put the brands properly because we work the numbers right. And I reminded him of the fact that, look at the Falcons game with versus Ethiopia. When we went to Ethiopia streamed the game on their own YouTube channel. The Football Federation. Then when we came to Nigeria, it was some guy on the roadside that did it, and the guy was able to get some good numbers, good traction. Imagine that's an unknown person. So what would have happened if that game was streamed on the NPFL? The NFF official YouTube channel. Unfortunately, the NFF doesn't have an official YouTube channel. Let's be very honest, they don't. That one that they call official YouTube channel for the NFF is owned by somebody different. It's not the NFF's own. So as of today, this is 2023, NFF doesn't have. So I think that all of those things come. And I told him, like, listen, if you want to do that $5 billion in your pocket, then we'll have a conversation. Go find some Arab people who will join you to invest money, and then we'll start having a conversation. And he was like, whoa, that money is big. I thought it's something we can just do with like 20, 30 million. I said, that will not even run it. That will not even run a grassroots football club. So let's not even stress ourselves. Let's not move. The equipment that I would need to even operate, that money will not buy one. So don't stress yourself. But people don't see things like that. And sometimes when you tell people this truth, they go to somebody else and say, that guy is forming big. He's feeling like he has arrived when he has not arrived. It's not about me arriving. It's just about the truth. You got to tell people the truth. Investment in businesses, you must know where it goes and how it goes, and the whole 9 years before jumping into it. And Boss is a billionaire, and I like to say that billionaires don't make mistakes. I always like to say that. But the reason why I say that is whatever mistake, they will use their money to correct it. But up front, in the words of Patrick Obayamo, first is simple. Let's take it from the very beginning. Football is not a profitable business. So, SA Organade say so. And this is not about Nigeria. Because the other day, it was just one Nick Kompu was arguing with me on Twitter that the reason why they banned the MFL is because the league is not, the team is not profitable. They are bribing matches. All these ignorant people. And then he ended up with I have a one-on-one interview. Like, man, shut up. You don't know anything about football. You're a journalist and you do sports interview. You don't know jack about football. And this is why people think Edaf is arrogant. I play the game. I used to own a club. I used to behave like all these fools. I used to behave like that. I'm not there anymore, and I'm not insulting people. People say, you shouldn't. No, they are fools. If you come into football and after 5 years you start crying that I spent 1 billion and not made profit, you're a fool. Because you did not even understand the fact that football is not commercially viable anywhere in the world. Name one person who invested in football and made money out of it. They keep pumping money into it. Why do you think that the Saudi Arabian football, they want to grow football? What did they do? The state had to put in $20 billion. Have you ever asked, have they shown you any spreadsheet where they say there's an expected return on that money? Do you know what $20 billion is? And they will still put more. After 5 years, they'll put more money. The end goal is to host the World Cup. Qatar spent $105 billion to host the World Cup. Is there a profit to it? There's no profit. What you get from football business is goodwill. People should know that one. There is goodwill. There is social equity, which is like the biggest currency you can ever have. Yeah. Social equity is the biggest currency anybody can have, where you can go anywhere and you're this guy, pass. You're protected, you're safe, you can do other type of business. That's the kind of profit you get from doing football business. But say I get a club and that club is going to give me returns. Like if I put in $100 million, I'm going to get 500 million. I lie. There's not a point to one person who's made that kind of profit, and I'll tell you, you are lying. This is a subject I took 10 years to research. Nobody is going to come convince me. So when I hear people say, the NPFL is not profitable, blah, 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 blah. Is the EPL profitable as a business to the individual club? Roman Abramovich was a night chess man when he bought Chelsea. 19 years after, by the time he sold, they stole Chelsea from him, he was in number 156. And people say, no, it's because more tech people became rich. No, the amount of tech people became rich does not require him going down that way. And when people start talking, some say he made profit in 1 year. No, he did not. He never made a profit. If you own a club for 19 years and for 18 years you made a loss, and then 1 year they now wrote profit, does that represent profit? No. You understand? But a lot of people don't see that. Blazers have bought Chelsea and Man United since forever. They're in debt to their neck. That's what they're trying to sell to this dude, and it does not represent profit. People don't understand that it doesn't represent profit. But hey, people don't see it like that. I really hope that these guys know what they're doing and they are in for the long haul, and they invest to a point to where there is both infrastructure in mind and then football development in mind as well. Not a political swing, not something to just come and clean your money, because again, all of that happens not just in Nigeria but everywhere in the world. Not just a means to clean and polish money, even though sports is actually designed for money laundering, image laundering and all that one, but not just that being the end goal. There should be a lot more, in terms of investment, in terms of infrastructure and development, because we've never really had anybody apart from Kunle Shoname's Beyond Limit. There is not a football club that really have a grassroots project, a youth development project that will seen it through from A to Z. So I just hope that all that happens anyway. But to the guys out there, it's Friday, so you can. No, it's not 4 Point by Sheraton that I'm trying to remember. I will remember the name start with a P. Protea, yeah. Protea by Marriott. That's the name of the hotel. 4 Point our hotel, our regular hotel. It's close to Alibaba's office. I didn't even know that it was there. Protea by Marriott by Protea, whatever it is called. It's called. Okay, long and short is, I am not the guy who doesn't want the good of Nigerian football. I'm just the guy who forewarn you and prepare your mind. That, see, Know you this day whom you should serve, who you will serve. Oh, as for me at my house, we will serve the Lord. I'm just like Joshua. I tell you ahead. I don't do you a Moses style. Come deliver you, take you through the Red Sea, and put you in the wilderness. I don't even know where we're going. I don't have a map. No, me, I know I have a map. I know where we're going. I know how the road is. I've walked the road before. I know how it is. And I know all of the mistakes that I made, all of the shortfalls, all of the ways to make gains and all that. I show up and I tell you this are the pitfalls. It's just like doing production last season. Just because I did production one season, I know all of the things I told GTI, all of the things I told Propel at the beginning, and everybody was looking at me like, what is this guy saying? You know, because Nigerians sometimes people just think if you critically analyze something, you be hater. We're coming back to all of it. We are coming back to all of it is real. I mean, you've attended a meeting with me. Yeah. So all of that is happening again. I just hope, well, I think, this is me. I think all of this will be the catalyst that catapults Nigerian club football in Nigeria to the very high hope. I hope that in Port Harcourt, people go crazy like this. Yeah. In Abuja, in Kano, in other states, people go crazy like this. I will not have a lot because Lagos is not like London, where you have Fulham, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, and a host of others. But then we need to have our Manchester. We need to have, other parts where you have other clubs too owned by private owners. And then gradually, the wish of the people, the desire of the people would happen where state government will no longer have majority control of the clubs in the league. And then we'll see how it happens. But I still think that the king of them all in Nigeria today is Kule Shuname. Because what he's got is a legacy and an infrastructure that will last. He doesn't have a field where they'll say, governor, on March the governor won't do political rally. Let's go and do that. Let's just imagine now that as we are, there is an outbreak of another maybe something. Onikon again, or Mobalaji Johnson Arena again is a quarantine area. Sporting Lagos don't have a home again. Yeah. You can't have that with Sporting Lagos. So those are some of the things that we must start thinking. There's nothing wrong in thinking big and planning for it. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst? Hey, you think your ideas are too big, they're isolation. Yes, but what's the worst that can happen? What's a limit, a cap to where the eagle can fly to? It's no limit. Somebody went to the moon and jumped with a parachute, jumped from the edge of the atmosphere down to the earth. Before you think that it's not possible, it's not possible. No, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. One day somebody will enter sun. Yeah. Technology will build something that will make us enter the sun and come back and gauge the real temperature of the sun. So it's not impossible. The things that are impossible are some things I used to say in the 50s and the 60s and 70s into it. Now everything is possible.
For people who should not get it wrong, I mean, we love the fact that he's coming to Nigeria to invest to get a club.
Crazily.
Yeah, we love that fact. But I mean, the fact that they are tech, we expect a lot from them. I don't know. I'm just waiting to see after the procession what next. How are they going to advertise the club to people, bring the club to people, not just this physical procession and all that. So we love the idea. So for those of you thinking that you are against it or the way
no, I love it.
Nobody's against it. We love the fact that you are the number one person who they always say the Sheffield United thing wasn't going to work.
Not gonna work.
The whole back and forth, the whole thing, and it finally didn't happen. So now he's got a club.
I told you. I said I would sell my studio if you work. I not tell you. I tell you, I go sell my studio. This studio, I go dash out to somebody else. I walk away if you walk. You're not gonna walk. There are certain things because again, I don't speak that because I hate the guy, but because that's what people think.
Yeah.
I say it because I know. When I go to the hospital with my son and doctors say we're going to do this or we're going to do that, we're going to do that. You think I'm comfortable? And the doctor tells me it is 50-50. Do you really think there is a fact? Siko, you went with me. Were you comfortable? Were you comfortable that this boy that call you Uncle Siko that jump around became like a war gecko, became like Ogbolo, was almost becoming investor, and they are going to do that? Were you comfortable? No. And even when we demanded that, okay, let's video it, they said no. You cannot even come inside, they will condone you up. Do you know how scared I was? How that was? But guess what? I trusted the doctors because they were trained in that. They've done it. They've shown evidence that they've done it before. Yeah. I carried my son. I gave to them. Go do it. They came back. Something that I normally would not agree to. Say feed him with only ice cream. What sense does it make? But guess what? They are the experts. You bought a full drum of ice cream. Like ice cream. Oh yeah, give her a full drum. But in my head, I'm thinking too much sugar in this boy's body. Hope we're not damaging his brain. Hope we're not doing this. But hey, was the process.
Yeah.
So sometimes in Nigeria, we should trust people who are expert and who've proven themselves like, okay, they really know this thing. These things, they say it with such confidence,
Yeah.
such grand standing. And it happens. When I said Sheffield was not going to work, people say I was hating the man. And do I know how much he had? Me, poor man, I doesn't have anything. I'm there. It's not about being poor. It's about me knowing. This is the country I grew up in. This is the people that I know. I have studied their ways, the way they think. I can tell you the way the average British man think, the way they see things. The kind of people they think they are co-equal, the kind of people they don't think should be on their level. Do you think it's by when Ronnie just came back now and is the manager of Birmingham? What happened to all the black players that have played in the league, that played well, the Drogbas of this one, the Yaya Tourés of this one, Patrick Vieira coached the team, they were not in relegation, he got fired. And what happened to all of that? I told somebody that once you put a black manager in a team, the referees will rob them.
Yeah.
So that they don't get great results. They will get one good result here and there, but ordinarily referees will rob them. The officiating will be against them. You will not know. You think it's only goals that are disallowed that is robbing, and then so that they don't prime themselves up. Who's Arteta? Arteta out of nowhere. Boy, coach Arsenal. Patrick Vieira is a coach. Have a coaching badge. Thierry Henry have a coaching badge. Arteta of all people, Bori. When does I play ball? He's the guy who's managing the club, and he's gone all this long. He's gotten all the support. People know what they're doing. These things are not, I don't know. They are deliberate. They are pre-planned. It's a script that is written. Now, so we do if you then they do like this, so then they do like this. For we must protect the ball. Oh, we must not give these people too much chance. Go and read your Bible, Exodus 13:1, if I'm not mistaken. What's written there? The Pharaohs call his council. He said, let us deal with these people wisely. If not, they multiply and they will take over us.
Exactly.
Now, so premier that council, like the Bible said, the council of the Sanhedrin and the whatever, that council still exists today. It still exists. It's just that people, it's a Stockholm syndrome. People refuse to see because of the glamour of the pictures that are painted. I was teaching my daughter the other day because my kids have this obnoxious belief that North Korea is the worst place on the planet. I said, no, that's wrong. The Russians are bad. I said, no, that's wrong. So we sat down and I showed them my leg. I showed them evidence. I was treated in Russia. Russia is a very good place. I've lived in Russia. I've stayed in Russia for a very long period of time. So I know. But beyond that, North Korea has not invaded any country.
Yeah.
North Korea have not dropped atomic bomb on any country. North Korea have not, unseat government, any government anywhere. They did not colonize anybody. So don't sit where you are and believe what maybe your teacher or social media or anybody is telling you. North Korea is a good country. What you hear is media manipulations. So you need to unlearn that thing now and know North Korea for North Korea. Because information, like I always said, whoever controls information controls the balance of power. Yeah. The power to manipulate your mind is based on information. The other day, somebody posted something that the government wants to spend $5 billion on presidential yacht. And I'm a news person. I said, no, this one is clickbait. It doesn't make sense. There's no river in Abuja. Where's the yacht going to be? We have fleet of naval ships. So if the government is going to spend $5 billion on anything, it should be a naval ship, not a yacht for shaking yash and shake your tail feather. The president have not come out to say, no, it's not so. It's the Navy, put in a request, which is within their right.
Yeah.
Now it's not up to the government to approve or not. But some people have run to the press and use it. So sometimes I just look at all of that. But there are times when you listen to an expert say, this person, he know what he talk. He hardly gets it wrong. I'm not God, so I'll get some wrong. Even God told the nation of Israel that they will win a battle. They went there, they lost. 2 Kings, go and read it. The king that they were fighting took his only son, the heir to his throne, and sacrificed it to his gods. And they beat Israelites. Israelites run. God said, I said, go and fight that battle. Go, I have given you that land. You will win it. God, I tell them. The man sacrificed his own son. In the realm of the spirit, what does that tell you? He's the one for the highest bidder. Yes, man, those people, they sacrifice. This one, they sacrifice worship. That was sacrifice blood. Automatically, they beat God. In reality, God lose battle. You don't understand? So sometimes you look at the expert and say, okay, yeah, but he does get these things right. No need to take up argument unnecessarily all the time just because you want to win point. But that said, I think it's good for Nigeria, but let it spread. Because if you gather too much for Southwest, there's going to be a breakaway league.
Talking about this man, Dozie Mokosi in the club, I don't know if this effectively put an end to the preseason tournament. Does him oversee?
I think it should put an end to it. I think it should put an end to it.
It didn't happen in preseason. It was supposed to, according to the original schedule released before the season started, it was supposed to hold mid-season during October.
October is gone now.
Currently in November. So for those of you wondering, we don't have any information. But from the look of things, I don't think we're going to hold.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
But keep our fingers crossed. Our club 1472. Yes.
It's not like nightclub. There used to be one club in Awolowo Road. It used to be. Hey, now I don't forget names of clubs. So it's a good club back in the day.
Right. So moving on the show is the final edition of the Sport Buffet. We're talking about billions. At some point you talked about multi-choice and all that. So let's talk about the NPFL now. A lot of NPFL lovers were happy yesterday. I mean,
very, very happy. I was too.
The face of NPFL lovers that finally the league will be on TV. When I say on TV, in case you're expecting to hear what is in your mind, it is Startimes, and it's a good progress if you ask me.
Massive one.
It's official. NPFL and Startimes have agreed to broadcasting deal. It's a 5-year deal. It was signed in Abuja at Sheraton Hotel. Worth 1.6 billion naira and has the potential to rise to 50 million naira yearly. So, they're going to start with 2 matches from, I think, later this month. Then from 2 matches, then February is going to be 4 matches and all that. Then from 8 matches in the next
2 seasons.
Yeah, 2 seasons and towards the end of the contract. So, what are the pros and cons of this deal for the NPFL? Finally, the league is going to be on TV. So if you have a DSTV, it's time for you to sell it and get it Startimes. And get the Startimes. Funny enough, DSTV increased their subscription fee recently.
Now for where they use DSTV.
Still complain and all that.
Now for where they use them.
We've been in the future.
Siko, may God bless you for coming into my life. Siko says, I live in Nigeria, but I live in America. And only money I never get. And thanks to people like the Maruturigo, Professor, I greet you. Thank you for keeping our lights on. One man have just made it his responsibility to keep our lights on. God will bless you, Aruturi. Having said that,
so what's the pros and cons of
there are only pros. There are no cons right now. There are only pros. And I've been in the middle of it because there was a near lawsuit. Some people are still boiling for lawsuits anyway. But yesterday I called them and I told them, like, we have a meeting scheduled for Monday anyway. There is no need. There is no need. I'm giving you assurance. And I most likely will work with both parties. Might work with both parties, okay? In advisory capacity, consultation, and help to also create content. The league is now in need of content. I don't think there are cons to this. There are only pros. When I say there are only pros is the absence of Startimes is a loss of monetary values. What Prepare brought in was $150,000, and when I hear people say $5 million, a lot of Nigerians don't know what contracting is about, and they should be educated on that before they go out and be saying the things that they're saying. Prepare gave them $5 billion. What are they doing with the $5 million? No, the Prepare as a company, have you checked their value, their profile? Where they get $5 million from? A company that is jointly owned by a Syrian and a British, you just give $5 million. Even in their own country, British people need to invest for their own business. Yeah. So having said that, they came in with a cash of $150,000, but they've not paid. They paid only 50%, and they're still not being able to meet up the others because they're looking at the numbers. And then they got about 250 million from MTN commitment, which have not been paid in cash. So, but the progress is this: if we left it at just Prepare alone, Prepare will sit comfortable, like, oh, we've installed 8 cameras, let's be running it, pending when we get money to run. Now, Startimes have come in. Competition brings out the best, improves people. When you were in school, you'll be the best student in your class until you transfer one student into your class, and then he beats you to a position like, whoa, wait a minute. Am I slipping up? What's going on here? And then you read more. It's not like you slipped up, but it's just that student is coming from a higher atmosphere, and their levels is higher. And then you know how to like work very, very hard, and then either catch up or overtake. So competition brings the best, and it's going to be good for the league. This is not a case where 2 elephants fight the grasshoppers. This is a case where you have a progress multiplier effect, because those who cannot watch it online, but I still think that advantage Propel. This is my thinking, because the generation that we have, Propel are paid less to get more, and Startimes are paid more to get less. But in the beginning, because later they will get more, right? So it's a long-term thing. Chinese money is more than individual money. I agree. So this is what happens now. StarTimes will do everything to use the league as a product to market their decoder. They will sell more decoder, they will get more traction, more people will come to their platform, which is what they desire. Because there are 200 million Nigerians, numbers is what everybody is looking for. Every human being on earth now that is selling product, that is doing business, is looking for numbers. And with the prediction of AI taking over jobs, some people are not going to get business to do anymore if you don't wake up to the reality of what some of us on the precincts, right? So what happens now is that for the first two games, between now and February, StarTimes will be producing 2 games, which is the 2 leftover games that StarTimes that Propel are not doing. They will produce a full production, turnover production like we were doing last season. Yeah. So there's going to be probably minimum 6 cameras. That's 6 cameramen. This is not AI. 6 cameramen will go to work. Production people will go to work. Directors will go to work. 2 commentators per game, which is 4, will go to work. So that's more employment opportunities and possibilities for them. OB vans will be deployed. Either they will use their own OB van, or they will hire the one from Andre, or hire the one from T33, which is College Name's property. So all of these are the possibilities that are coming. So people like you, people like Emmanuel Tim, who's in the UK since, resting with his family, or people like Timothy Dembo, all of this now would have more opportunity to work. That's one part of it. Now, the other advantage is Propel have, since the season started from match day 1 to match day 6, and game day 6 or week 6, been showing 1 camera angle, a bird's eye view. Let's call it that way, like a drone shot view. Once StarTimes start their production and it scales up, Nigerians will demand better production from Propel. So Propel will now have to increase the camera angles, few shots. You see that game, Sporting Lagos, Niger Tornadoes. Those are the kind of games that would cause problem, because there was no reverse angle to that goal that was disallowed. Nobody have a clip that shows you the full view. If it was a production like ours last season, you will see the full view. Remember Eimba versus it was Eimba Plateau United, when Plateau United scored very late. They were all shouting. They asked me, "Do you have the camera?" I sent it to them, and the Eimba people, Judah Yadufu, just kept quiet, like, "Oh, it was my players. My players slipped on the ball." So those are some of the things that this type of deal will bring. And then it comes with money. Now there's now money, and you know how the sharing formula is. It is 50% to the clubs. So more money, more opportunities to do a few things, especially with the recent report by Go on the Guardian. Is it the Guardian or so? Where he wrote about a very lovely piece, so that I think everybody should read. There's a lovely piece by Gowon on recently a survey by Budget. On viable football clubs drain state billions of naira yearly. Okay, it's a very beautiful piece. It's an educative piece that I think everybody should read and understand the way football works. And it's not just a Nigerian thing anyway, but the story, the canvas, the backrock of that write-up is about Nigerian football. But there is a whole lot to learn if you go to read it with an open mind, not to say, "Hey, I know talk about Nigerian football with this, then they ever make profit." No, read it with a mindset that you want to get educated, you want to get informed, and some people who are running football clubs today, if you tell them 10 years ago that they will be in charge of football clubs, I'm not sure they would agree. So some of these lessons you learn now might just put you on the platform. If somebody tell you 10 years ago that you run commentary in Nigerian Premier Football League, would you agree? 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you might not agree. This is not my job. I might be ambitious, but I'm not there yet. But you did it last season, and there is a whole lot more to come in. If you tell me when I was in Brilla that one day I'll be producing the Nigerian League, I might look at you sinisterly, like, I beg, even if you're a pastor, like, I beg, tell your God, say, Savi talk, I don't know what he talk. But I produced the league. I went from doing grassroots FA Cup to producing the league and producing a film Super Eagles, traveling the world with it. So sometimes you don't even know the capacity that you are built in with, that is embedded in you until circumstances arises. And the good thing is, what will not show up when those opportunities come is all of the things that you've learned, that you've opened your heart to. The Bible says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Your work comes as a result of the many things that you have taken in. So people shouldn't always read or listen with the mind to be like the shell of a tortoise. Like, I don't know. No. If Nigeria is going to be fixed, then Nigerians will still do one. And Nigerians are going to use foreign companies might come, but they will still play Nigeria. The hardest part of my production of the league last season was the fact that there are no options. If the people, I keep saying, what if these guys down to say they're not going to work with me this weekend? There is absolutely nobody. That was my greatest fear when I was producing the league, because me, in my life, I always like to have multiple options. But in that production, I used to tell you guys now that my biggest fear is I call these guys, they don't transfer money to my account. I call these guys and they say, we got another job that is paying us more. There's no other person to call. There's no alternative. And I become a fraudster. My name, this name that I've fought hard to keep, and with the millions of people who are looking to drag me down because I'm a very stubborn person, I'm rude, I'm not humble, I'm not loyal according to them. That's an opportunity. So I was not afraid. So I think people should also prepare themselves. I tweeted some years ago that Nigerians are not prepared for the country that they are praying for. The country that will say, oh, we want this country, we're not prepared for it. We're not. If the opportunity of that country comes, we'll mess it up because skill-wise, we don't have it. We're not willing to learn. We're only open to criticizing things. So I think if we can, improve in the area, say, look at Emmanuel Atta. He's gone from doing Football Republic in Wazobia to now running match day commentaries every day in Lagos since the league started. Yeah. Whether you like it or not, that boy is not as broke as he used to be anymore. That adds to his bottom line. And the country is bad, but that adds to his bottom line. So I'm just saying that these are some of the opportunities you look at. When I keep saying ecosystem in Nigerian football, this is what I mean. And if we continue like this, imagine in 2 years' time now, what's it called? Startimes will be producing 8 games. I'm not sure they have the capacity to do it. I know that they have the money, it's Chinese money, but I'm not sure Chinese people would produce 8 games. So I'm worried about that, but they should prove me wrong. But imagine that they produce 8 games. 2 times 8 commentators is 16 first. 16 commentators will be employed. And you know how this type of thing is, you must have backup. And then you have 8 directors. If you're using, let's say you're using 5 cameras, that's 40 cameramen will be deployed. 40. And then the lines, the people that will hold line, the cable men, the runners, and all the others. So for each game, let's just say for each game, you're using plus or minus 30 people or 20. Let me do 20. 20 times 8. 160 people. They are not playing the game, they are part of the back room, right? And then you figure out the flight, the hotels, the feeding, all of the things that would have happened. Remember we went to, let's see, Ibadan went to go and look for Amala to go and eat opposite the hotel we're staying. All of those things, went to a boutique to go and buy clothes. So all of those things are what help the system. When they say British make XYZ money from the Premier League, these are the Naira and Kobos that are added together and then become the money that the country makes. And then again, the taxes that people paid as a result of earning money and all that. But I just pray that it continues for a long haul and we get it going. And with the advent of all these new clubs that are coming, Tech Boys investing, there are brighter days for Nigerian football.
All right, just to add to a few details to the deal, Startimes will broadcast 2 matches of the NPFL weekly from November the 18th. It's not immediately.
Yeah, it's 15 days from today, so it's exactly 2 weeks.
Broadcast. Yeah, from November 18th, 2 games till well into it's going to rise to 4 games from February next year, and then subsequently to 8 games per week. So that's how it's been arranged. And somebody's already asking what station on Startimes are going to be airing the game. So we don't know.
That's Startimes first. So when you buy such a right, you now have the property to advertise. It is up to Startimes. All these questions, take it to Startimes Twitter handle. Go to Startimes and ask them, because even me, I don't know, right? So you have to go find out from Startimes. Well, we're not going to show this our matches, so because your favorite teams will be playing and Startimes will show it. So it's again one of the biggest problem in Nigeria, or if there's any cons to this deal, is the fact that brands that take Nigerian properties don't do media activation. But Startimes is a media company, so it will be foolish on their part to spend this much money and not do media activation. So they will need to engage social media influencers, talk to people. Oh, this is where you can watch it. This is how you can even get our decoder. And they can go on a free decoder spree like ITV did when ITV started. They gave out some free decoders so people get free decoder, or buy a decoder and get free subscription for 3 months, or get pay subscription but not pay for the decoder. There's a way they did it when they started the iNolly and all of those programs that the multi-choice now stole and became African Magic, but it was really ITV stuff at the time. So Startimes have the opportunity now. They have a property that Nigerians love. The craze and the love and the push for the league is very high. So cashing on it. This is where you do your marketing.
Do they have the first point of call to pick games they want to broadcast? Do you think they would have
I think
the first option to, okay, this is the game we want to
so the way the deal is done, the both of them can broadcast the same game.
Oh, okay.
So Propel, and this is a question that a lot of people have been asking me. Propel have
somebody just asked, where does this leave? Please help me ask Daffy, where does this leave Propel Sports?
Nothing. There's no problem with Propel Sports. So Propel have OTT right, over the top. That's a streaming rights to the league for those 8 games. What's it called? Startimes have DTH, DTT, DTH, direct to homes. I mean DTH. So direct to homes, like regular television, terrestrial TV, that's the right they have. So there's going to be games where both of them will produce the same games, as we progress. But it doesn't affect. I mean, Propel people were talking to me yesterday, like, okay, you're an experienced person, you've done this before. Do you think it's going to affect our market? I told them that, to be very, very honest, advantage to you. You guys are not spending money. You're spending zit in production. These guys are going to take you go to Kano to produce a game in Kano. If you're not using OB van, it's about 35 million. If you're going to use OB van, put another additional 20 million or 15 million to that. So then you go to Meduguri, you go to Gombe. That's the same flat price of 35 to 40 million for that region. And then Southwest is easy, between 10 to 15 million without OB van, but they're not doing flyaway, so all of them are using OB van. So let's say 15 to 20 million Southwest. Southeast, South, again, another 20 to 25, in the region to 30. So there is a whole cost expansion that is involved in this. Nigerians have not even thought about anything that. People have not sat down to really think about that cost implication. But, I mean, this is Startimes. Startimes is richer than DSTV. They really, I mean, it's like conversation. Like Chinese money with this. Startimes is Chinese CIA international police. So they're just here, doing the spy work, checking the economic information and giving back to their country. So if they spend a small budget, let's say Chinese government say, okay, let's put $1 billion yen or $1 billion into this project for the next 10 years and see what we can harvest. Data, statistics, all those numbers, and see, because it is already predicted that by the year 2075, Nigeria economy will be bigger than American economy. You think people are not interested? What will help China? China will be number 1 economy in the world by 2075. So you start now. You don't wait till 2075 and start. Nigeria economy will be bigger than that. So you know that, there's something to harvest here. We cannot take our hands off it. So when I keep telling people that I'm not in the jackpot trade, it's not because I think that going abroad is foolish. No, by all means, if that's where your dream is, go. But I know that this is where the harvest is now. This is where the harvest is. And we've got to be here. If not, we might come back again like Ruth and Naomi, who went out to go look for golden fleece, and then they came back, and now God saved Naomi. Ruth say she had to go prostitute herself to Boaz to give birth to the Lion of the tribe of Judah eventually. But you know what I mean, right? You're a church boy, so you understand what I mean. So this is where the real gold mine is. And these guys play on a different level. They don't play in the shop today food. That's what Nigerians do. These people, these Chinese people, this global audience play at what's going to happen in the next 10 years, 50 years from now, what's going to happen in this place. Let's start pitching our tent here now. Let's mesmerize these people and have a foothold before somebody else will come, because definitely somebody will come. Nature abhors vacuum, right? So that's the way it is. But in terms of production, they can produce games together. One have OTT rights, which means that Startimes cannot stream the game. You can't see Startimes game that they are producing on YouTube, on any online platform, but it can be on their decoder, platform. And then what's it called? Propel cannot put their game on, say, DSTV. Say, let's go and do a partnership with DSTV or Go TV or channels. They wanted to do a match of the day on channels before. That deal is off the table. It can't work anymore.
All right. So yeah, in case you're just hearing that for the first time, in case you missed it, the NPFL and Startimes have agreed to a 5-year broadcasting deal. So yes, get Startimes from November 18th if you're adequate lover of the NPFL, so you can finally watch the games on TV. Before we review the midweek games we saw, I don't know if you have comments.
There's a lot of comments to be read. And let me say this to people. Imagine Let me go here so that I get the numbers right. So I don't spill things that I don't know. So according to Ayodif, okay, who wrote on Facebook, that was NPFL and the NWFL, Nigerian Women Football League News Center on the page. It's a top 10 stadiums in Nigeria Premier Football League NPFL, and I want to use two stadiums as my case point. And I'm amazed that the Gospel Akpabio Stadium is 30,000. I thought it was more than that. 30,000, yeah, that's shocking. 30,000 and Aqua United cannot fill that stadium. It's a problem. Oh, that's a very big problem. Okay, so let me use Bendel Insurance, which is a highly populated city and have football passion. Bendel Insurance, unless you use Mobile Johnson Arena. Mobile Johnson Arena, I thought it was 5,000. I'm sorry, guys, pardon me if I'm wrong. I thought it was 5,000, but they say it's 10,000. Samuel Egbomedia Stadium is 12,000. So imagine if the day when, let me not use the word if now, the day will come when clubs like Sporting Lagos and Bendel Insurance, just to name a few. Today I'm in the mood for the economics. It's Friday, we'll do it 2 hours show. And they are able to get committed fans that come to stadium. Stadium is filled to the brim every match day. That's 19 home games minus FA Cup and the rest, but 19 home games. And Bendel Insurance goes to Biggie and say, Biggie, give us 500 million for the next 10 years, which is 50 million every year. Anyway, only your product will be sold on our stadium on match day. You have a guaranteed number of 12,000 people to sell to. Sometimes people will drink more than one. Some people drink soft drinks, and they still drink water. So it's only your drink, only your water. And the tech boys in Lagos goes to Coca-Cola and say, come sell your Ever water here. Come sell your Coke, Fanta, Sprite, and the rest. I'm calling all this brand. I'm giving them free advice. Well, I'm not Umbrella anymore, so I can do that. Nobody's going to come invoice me. Okay, so and that, give us another 500 million for 10 years. Give us upfront, like Arsenal did with the Emirates Stadium, 10 years, 100 million for 10 million every year for 10 years. And you know what that money will do in transfer, in innovation and the rest of them. That's where our football is headed. We're on the road now. We're on the road going there. And Canopilas are just wasting money on the table, just the same way NFF is wasting money on the table. Northern Nigerians are more passionate about the game, but they've not found a way to monetize it. But I'm just saying that on this part of the world, this is where football is headed. And somebody will sit down somewhere and tell you that Nigeria football is useless. No, it's not useless. It's just gold, raw gold that is going through fire. It's going to come out on the other end very soon. Enyimba have 16,000 capacity. Pantami Stadium, the Gombe Stadium, and Doma Stadium, the stadium that is shared by Gombe and Doma, is 12,000. You understand? So when you look at all of that, there is plenty of money. Sani Abacha, they say 16,000. I thought it's bigger than that anyway. Madubele is not yet. Adoke Amasamaka is 38,000. Mohammed Diko Stadium in Katsina is 35,000. Whoa, that's big. 35. Yeah. And Rema Star Stadium is 5,000. So look at all of those possibilities that is happening, that is going to happen pretty soon. And this is how I say these things, and at the beginning people scoff at it. And 5 years or 3 years or 4 years, 10 years down the line, it happens. I've said it before. That's how you strategically position yourself. What are you going to be doing now? Photographer, what kind of photographer are you today? When this NPFL day was done, I scrubbed the internet for proper professional picture. There was none. That's somebody losing money. So in all of Abuja, there's no professional photographer who could take a picture, clean it up, and put it online or sell it to get image and people buy it. That's somebody losing money. The government per se is not as bad as we think. Yes, it's terrible. The country is terrible. The government, we are not at genius level when we think. And in a dying country like this, everybody needs to elevate their thinking to genius level. You have to. Genius is not something you go and study in school. And my friend and brother, Professor Rodrigo, he's not a professor because they baptize him in holy water, sprinkle some blood of Jesus on him. He decided to think and put his brain to work. Everybody have the capacity to be a genius if we can just think. And genius level is not driving Hummer Jeep or Range Rover. You can be on a scooter and have genius mindset. The days when I was younger, like 10, 15 years ago or 20 years ago, I used to think that, oh, if I have big money, I'll buy Jeep, but I don't think I need all that shit anymore. Right? It's the times have changed because the world is different now. The way the world is, if I have a glider, that's all. Let me just come out of my house, wear my glider, and glide through space. But there's so much electric wire in Nigeria, so I might be able to do that. It's good. I mean, if the roads were good, I would like to have a scooter. Just like Italian, just ride my scooter and be going where I'm going.
Enjoy.
But I don't care whether you like me or you don't like me. I'm 45 years old people, and then they like them. People have liked me since I was born till now. This is not the time for me to look for who like me or who don't like me. So those are some of the things. Young people, the Rajeses of this world, the Timothy Demos of this world, the Emmanuel Sebastians of this world, start asking yourself, what would the league need in 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now? Because this period, I am still going to be vibrant. I'm still going to be youthful. I'm still going to be hustling. What can I provide for them? Sleeve design. What are the things that I can do? Now, there are people who are doing gaming from the league. My only problem with that guy, I've sent him message a couple of times. Have you gone to sort out the rights with the league bodies? Because the time when this your thing, your game will catch fire, they will come after you. Go and sort it now so that you know that you are protected. You have a partnership. And at this early stage when the league is still cheap, you can really come in and not even pay too much. You just pay a token and make sure you extend your contract for a very long period of time. And then you go out there and do aggressive push. You know, I just downloaded one app now where I can. Man, Chinese people are crazy. It's called TV Short. Now, on TV Short, there are a lot of, like, you know, life, important stories turned into short films. Each clip is 2 minutes. So, no, 1 minute and 35 or 1 minute 30 seconds, 90 seconds. Right? When you watch one clip, you have to either pay with your card to go to the next one, or you watch an ad. So I was saying to Baba Femi yesterday, you know, you guys are just leaving money on the table. What does it cost to create an app? Look at the app that I created for my radio. What does it cost to create it? Create an app, and all Super Eagles players, when they are coming, do some very, very special interview. Take your media team, go do interview with the old players. Let's talk about almost every competition we've gone to from the 1980s to now. The crisis, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what I call it. Amazon call it all or nothing. I call it the good, the bad, and the ugly of your football career. Let them talk about it, but don't put it on YouTube or anywhere. Put it on that app. People will pay. The advert you will put are all your sponsors that you have. Your sponsors will feel, whoa, these guys are doing extra for us. Let's give them some extra money. How much will it cost? How much did it cost me to do this app? 3.2 million, right? You want to do a really solid app. Let's say you spend 10 million in it, and it gives you back 100 million. Have you not made profit out of it? And these clubs can also do the same thing. I'm looking at any Rangers, and I'm saying to myself, every Rangers is sitting on a gold mine. Like there's Christian Chukwu, there's Emmanuel Okala, there's all these people who, you know, post-Biafran war led a team. You know the back-end story that I can do with those stories, those people, and then use it to push the current brand forward. But hey, I'd like to talk.
All right, it's still the sport buffet on Elevator TV Radio.
You're asking me to read messages? Yeah, I think we should take them now. Yes, let's start with Olanari Ogbari is in Chicago. I like to call it Chi-Town. Chicago? Is Chicago Motown too? It's Chicago Motown, right? Chicago is Motown. Is it Chicago? It's Boston. No, Boston is Motown. Where did Ford start from? No, it's Flint, Michigan. It's Michigan. That's Motown. All right. Hey, shout out to you from Chicago. That's Arkansas, Chicago, Illinois, wherever it is. And I've got a sister there. Omo. Aroturigo say, Olorogo one. I greet you. Thank God it's Friday. Henry Morrow, I have a question for you, and I need you to really answer, because me too, I was amazed when it happened at the time it happened during transfer window. So I need you to answer this question. So we know you for, you know, always talking in English, bourgeois, posh boy, Ajabota boy from Ajegule. That's how I've always seen you. Like, you know, I remember when you first came to me, I told my wife, I said, this boy is too soft to the me that I am. I'm very, I'm not in good mood right now. I just got fired. I'm trying to build a company. I don't get patience. This boy doing it, I will shut for him. But it's too soft. It's looking like somebody that will break. So you've always been an English speaking guy. Sometimes I'm like, which guy Ajegule we don't always speak pidgin English? But this is Henry Morrow asking this question. Good morning, Manny. I've been wanting to ask you this question. What was going through your head when you decided to explain Liverpool FC lack of transfer during the summer in pidgin English? How bad was it? Explain, please. No, don't laugh. Please explain. Because even me, I was like, how did Emmanuel go from the posh, camp? Emmanuel is never under pressure. Bros, I would do. Was ranting. Oh God, you need to be in our family WhatsApp group. There's a Elevated TV family WhatsApp group. But we've gone too far. Adding new people is always hard because we've carried our cross from over to Calvary. But Emmanuel, I like to hear your side of that.
I don't know how to explain that.
No, you must.
Because I've listened to that voice note over and over again. I don't think I've really expressed myself so hard. Like the way I did it that day. Well, that tells you how.
Emmanuel, you're passing the Liverpool.
Exactly.
Damn.
I think that's the only explanation I can give to it. I mean, I grew up in the football community and all that. So it's just the passion for the club, to be honest. I can't really say what was going through my head. The passion for the club and the way the whole window was going. I had to pull it.
I think I need to bring back that audio I played one of these days. I don't know where it is now, but I'll look for it. It was funny for me. It was like, Emmanuel. So many boy not go stab himself or stab somebody next to him. In that moment, if somebody insulted you at home, you could punch the person because you were almost close to losing it. How was the feeling like? Like
it was like I said, I can't.
You lost Casado, you lost Casado, you lost Lever. There's another player that got you,
and that's after losing your key players, your key midfielders.
Robson had gone.
And the ones
Firmino had gone.
And that feeling when you get Gansons because you don't get money.
Yeah.
That was what Chelsea was doing at that time. So it added to the whole thing.
Like rich boy in the neighborhood will take your babe.
The whole band and everything. So it's bottom line is just the passion.
Have you learned any lesson from it? I mean, looking back now, your team is better than the Chelsea that goes up all your players.
Exactly. So you just have to look back and smile.
That's why I don't get emotional with football because there's a scripture in the Bible that always excites me and it will come to pass. And it will pass. Forget. I get under pressure, I agree, but sometimes I forget this thing will pass. My wife doesn't like that my demeanor at all. She likes when the house is burning, I should be panicking.
Yeah.
I know they panic. I wasn't raised like that. I believe that. So I worked in Shell a little bit, and there's this sticker, and I take things very, very literally. There's this sticker in Shell Ogunu. Divided attention causes a lot of tension. This thing stay in my head. I don't know, but I just grow and I remember, that thing. And it makes a whole lot of sense. Divided attention. I know how to focus. I was in science class one day and they said the eyes can see 45,000 things at once. If you stand on an open plane, you can see 45,000 things at once, but can only focus on one. What does that tell me? Stay focused. When I work with Sean Amadi, there's one lesson I learned from him. Sean Amadi said his dad said the solution to a problem is always in the problem. So I stay calm. I like my wife does not like it. If there is one thing she hates about me, it's how calm I get when there's problem.
Like, is this man okay?
She used to think that I'm on drugs. So they say men in the enter labor room. I enter labor room, wear gloves, bring my children out of the matrix. That's how that's how much. See, how much I'm into being confident. But people take it as arrogance, like, oh, it's very arrogant. No, I'm not. My motto, the one accident I had, I was going to work one morning, some drunk driver from the other side came, hit my car, some assaulted over me. I calmed down, take all my valuable from my car. I know immediately, say, area boys will ravage this car. Take all my valuables, document, everything, phone, put it on my backpack, put my backpack on, zip and clip them together like this. Carry the people, go hospital. First we went to Safeway, they turned us down, took them to Marina. The people were jamming, they needed a head surgery and all that, brain surgery and all that. I was kind of, and one of the doctors came on like, you're not panic. These people hit you. You're not even running. What if they die? They will arrest you. And this is who I am. So, like Celinda will say, so this is who I am. That's just the way I like to panic. Arsenal are not sign player. And they know what's it concern me. I go banter them here. Olanu Obari says, what do you think of Isaac's success as a player? Is one I used to think would go on become our best player after the under 17 and under 20. So I think this is what I think about Isaac's success. So one of the things that people don't really remember about football is that football elevates you too fast. Progression. You can't go from primary one and university. That's why a banker. Have you ever wondered why a banker that works in the bank and earns 350 or 400 or 500, let's say for 500,000, would retire at 50? His life will be better than a footballer who's been earning millions, because a footballer went through education, understand the value chain of money, understand the process of making this money. I was making it well. There's this thing I used to say when I wasn't married, that I cannot date a student. I'm always going to date a working class girl. You know what? If you give a working class girl 10,000 naira as gift, she knows how many days she have to work according to her salary to earn 10,000. She will value it. If you give a student 10,000, she sees it as common 10,000 naira they give me. And because to them, that thing in between their legs is God's ATM that's supposed to be manufacturing big money. So, but if you give a working class girl money, she knows, wow, this guy gave me 20,000, and let's say she's earning 50, 60, or 80, even 100,000 naira. She knows what 20,000 is in a salary structure. How many days she has to work to earn 20,000. So she values it more than a student who just think that, oh, she's fine, she get breast, she get young, she get whatever. That's the way it is with footballers as well. When these footballers go from extreme poverty, ramshackle life living, to seeing that money, if there is no proper control, that's why I always respect Odio Igalo's mom. Again, it's also part of the reason why I think I've got respect for Victor Osimhen. He's got his madness, but to not have a mother, to lose your father when you lost him, and then you become a man, all of a sudden nobody is there to hold you down, and your family is doing all the drama that they're doing, and you're still able to hold things together. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I think he's managed his career very well. Those are some of the things that affected him. So there is the footballer, then there's the man or the boy. And if the boy is not well molded before he sees money can be an atomic bomb. But at the same time, the chemicals, the component that they use to make atomic bomb can also be used to cure diseases and virus and the rest. So it depends on how you apply it or you distribute it, because it is, again, mind over matters. There's going to be sense. There's science to everything. There's going to be sense behind the man before the money. If not, a fool without money is a disaster with money, no matter the amount of talent that is got. Maradona is a good example of it. Even Messi is not half as talented as Maradona. But cocaine came into the play. And when cocaine came in, it's a different thing. You get intoxicated by money. You get the things that intoxicate you. You get intoxicated by money. You get intoxicated by fame. You get intoxicated by glory, impossible glory. Winning the World Cup for your country, winning the league and the UEFA Cup for Napoli. These are impossible things. Who can touch you? And then you not miss it with the touch of cocaine. It's like trying to marry Sissy Winers, but asking that they should add a touch of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. That marriage, even God will run. So that's the problem with Isaac's success. The talent is not in that, but the management of the talent. Talent is something that you warehouse. You manage the talent very well. And that's why if you look at the US model is still the best model. You look at the US, first off, they draft their basketball players from the school system because they expect that school would have polished you a bit. Then the way this system is drawn, there is already a team. Once you sign, there's a team set up to manage your money. Manage your money, manage your brand, manage your personality. It's not that pay the money to my account and football is useless in a lot of ways. When people tell me I want a child, you should pray that your child play football. I said, God forbid, but play with football. Nonsense industry. I said they play football. You don't know how you were looking at Amokachi when you're growing up. Amokachi now you can dash a 5,000, he will tell you thank you. Oh, what's that?
I'm talking about his success. I think he needs to start. Should I say he's not used his opportunities wrong?
I can never advise a footballer.
You can never
advise a footballer. Me for what? I get money reason.
I think he's never used his career opportunities. So the injuries have been coming. A
messed up head will mess up talent.
Yeah.
a broken human being. That one of the things that we don't talk about is that we always think that once you're a footballer, you should have sense, you should be matured, everything should be good. I asked one guy one day that was talking to me about Victor Osimhen and the way he behaves and all that. And I said, bros, let's even say he cheated in his age. Bros, at the age of 30, how wise were you? Look back. Let's see that we are friends. I know you. I've known you for like 20 years now. At the age of 30, what were the decisions you were making? How good were they? And remember, you have your papa and your mama, you have good parents. They say you went to university, you went to Uniben, you grew up. The person they listen to us, you know what I talk. You grew up in your papa and a pastor, educated pastor. You know, you grow up in knowledge, but your decisions are 30, not talk of 24. How smart were they? How good were they in terms of women, in terms of money, in terms of managing opportunity, in terms of time to sleep and time not to sleep? And in the time you're growing up, there's no this aggressive social media in your face. How were your decisions? And when I said that to him, he just calmed down. He understood. Because sometimes one of the things is we expect footballers to be just geniuses overnight. No. The life of perfection is a journey. There's nobody that is perfect. People will make their mistakes and all that. Just make sure that your mistakes does not outweigh your good. And the way you use the opportunities and the talent that you've given. That's it. But most time again, don't forget also that 90% of footballers, especially from Africa, are dregs of society, come from society where if Tenga, for instance, grow up, gets money now, I will not start worshiping him. You understand? Or Bruno or Rookie. But you see, in football family, majority of football family, once you make it to under 17 or you make it and you sign a club, you go from the last born to the firstborn. Your father becomes your bag carrier. Your mother becomes your errand. Your mother will even arrange babe for you. Like every moral code in the family will be broken by you. And then all your younger, all your elder, all your brothers, all your siblings will cease from hustling. That's why I respect Oze Igalo. He still got to do his factory work in Italy. He still hustle, he still does his thing. Ojo, that rich. Many people are not going to work again.
At all.
Ojo, that rich. Do you know the kind of money that Ojo have? There are so many players in the Nigerian space that I don't think can comprehend the amount of money that Ojo have. Ojo Grace on a different level. He brother, they hustle, they work, dirty work in Italy, factory work, they hustle. That I've got mad respect for the guy. Like if you ask me, him and Ojo, I respect, but I think I respect Oz more. You understand? That's the mentality. But majority of footballers, once you don't make them. I grew up with a lot of people like that, so I know. They don't get job again. Which I won't work. My brother got the money in this world. What do you want to tell me? So that's the way it is. Timothy Diamond say, does that mean the game cannot be on the Start Time app? I doubt. I'm not sure it's going to be there. Yami Dana might say, good morning, Uncle E. Thank God it's Friday to you and Emmanuel. The new deal, does it mean we won't see your production coverage of the league anymore, sir? I don't know yet. Never say never. I know that I would pretty soon sign up to help prepare to improve their game, their production. It's Start Time needs my service. I'm available. I'm a prostitute producer right now. I'm available for the highest bidder. I'm not loyal to anyone. I'm an independent contractor, so I'll be available. I'm a mercenary, so I'll be available when they need me. But it is what it is. But eventually, so the around the NPFL will still run. We give our producer a break, let him go and rest a bit and celebrate his birthday this week. We just didn't want to disturb him. Let him also go and try and get a girlfriend. There's too much, congealed on the whole land for too long. Let him go and ease his pressure. It's not Jesus. Even Jesus said, get Mary Magdalene. What's that? And Martha. Let him go and find his Mary Magdalene and Martha and then cure himself of some conge virus and then come back. But we'll be fine. I think you will see my production. Adeleke Aliamin says, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Do you think StarTimes moved is the best move we need right now? Yes. The word need, yes. Because how many people use StarTime in Nigeria? Let the people who use it, you get it first. If you're interested, you go. You decide how many people. DSTV, let me tell you, DSTV will pay money to kill Nigeria League. Let's be honest. DSTV is not interested. They're never going to show Nigeria League. So you people should remove your mind from that. I'll be paying that exorbitant price that you're paying for DSTV. It's not about the matter of people. The question you should ask yourself is, You think nobody uses StarTimes, yet StarTimes are still investing here.
People actually do.
Now you know what you think.
Because they have some free to air stations now. People who,
You don't understand. You think everybody they waste money like you, Sha, for DSTV. Well, all these people we ask this question, most of them have viewers that they go watch. You never think of that would say people they use.
I think recently they also got the rights to broadcast the Euros for next summer.
Good.
As well. So
Sporting Yomes on Instagram says, God bless you, but I told people this that Ateta no sabi, no mind them black coach can't get anywhere. No, Ateta sabi, I don't agree with you on that one, but I'm just telling you, I just use that as an analogy to tell you that the system is rigged from the inside. Rajesh say, love how Elebete breaks down the economics in simple terms. My brother, it's called relativity. If you speak grammar, people don't understand. What do you achieve? My lecturer used to say, communication is in the language that the people, your audience, understand. If you speak PB grammar, people clap, finish, and then as they go say, "Hey, man, wait till that guy told that. Wait for the clap. What did he talk?" And you've attended seminars like that, right? So what was he saying? I know you're like you go to House on the Rock, you send like illiterate people to House on the Rock. As a Paul would always speak all those cataclysmic, discombobulate, whatever finish. Nobody here with them talk. Let's come back to you now, Emmanuel. I'm done with the messages.
All right, moving on the show. Let's preview.
What is the time slowing? All this thing when the talk since 2 hours never reach.
I mean, we saw some midweek games in the NPFL between Wednesday and Thursday. Quite some good results. You said it here. Aqua United, they finally got their first win.
I told you.
After that draw against, we thought that draw was a turning point. Going to Benin to get a draw, a clean sheet and a draw. So they went back home.
I'm happy for them because I don't want this sugar concept to be fired.
So a very decent Gombe United side so far this season.
Yep.
Getting that win at home in front of the home fans. Respite for Fatal Show, if you're not really going to look at it. So 1-0 win in favor of Aqua United, Sunshine Stars, 2-1 winners over Abia Warriors. Eimba, with all their travails, recent struggles, there was a 0-0 draw away at
Niger
Tornadoes. Remo Stars, they took Shooting Stars to the cleaners. 2 wins from 2 Southwest derby so far this season. 3-0 winners over Shooting Stars. Plateau United, 1-0 winners over Casino United. Kwara United up against the Noisy Lagosians, Sporting Lagos, 2-1. Another game with some controversial calls again and all that. Kano Pillars back to winning ways, 3-0 winners over Bayelsa United.
That was shocking for me. I expected them to win, but 3-0.
Heartland 1-1 against Rivers United, and of course yesterday, the only game we saw yesterday, Enugu Rangers going to Lobby Stars to lose by 2-1. Lobby Stars bounced back from that lose. So what do you make of these match day 6 results?
That's the only game that, but I remember I told you that the Lobby Stars are the most difficult team to beat. So, but I expected that Rangers should have gotten a draw at least the way Rivers United went to Heartland. I was expecting Rivers to win anyway, but they didn't get that one. Canopilla 3-0 win. Rabi Alice scoring over 40, fantastic one, and Sunshine Stars beating Abia Warriors 2-1. I think that was expected. Plateau United coming from losing the previous weekend in the very last minute of the game. That was very, very painful. Yeah. But eventually they got the win 1-0 over Katsina United. That's fine for Mangut Mboas. And then Aqua United finally, 6th attempt, they got their first 3 points. Kufri Wong, when it matters most, is always showing up for the team. So kudos to him. He's been a loyal servant of this team. Remo Stars, Sekiru is selling Alimi to his former team as they beat 3 goals to nothing, and it's fine. Why are agents not queuing up for Sekiru? I think he's a good player. He's young, he's vibrant. I think he's that kind of player that I will want to put in the market and sell. Then Kwara United beating Sporting 2-1. Well, it's one of those things that happened, and those people who are jumping on the many controversial calls in the league. It happens in the EPL. It happens everywhere. I'm not justifying it.
People just do one corner. They wait for these things to have a go at it.
I'm trying to ask them, what would you really gain? What will you really gain if you don't love the league for the sake of the league? Love the league for the people that are earning money on this league. And every time you're tearing it down, you're making it impossible for investors to come in. We are the verge. First of all, these ones that people are talking. 5 years, 10 years, when I was in Brilla, if you had told anybody that one day 10 games in the league will be broadcast, people look at you like you decrease. When almighty DSTV, Super Sports, and these Super Sports everybody's clamoring for. Super Sports have never, in the years, over 10 years that they had the broadcast right, never in one weekend broadcast 4 games. The highest they did was one Friday night game, MFM game, one game on Sunday, and then one game Monday nights. If I'm not mistaken, 3. They've not even done 4. That's how, how hard it is. Now you have 10 games being broadcast. You have people putting money. Yes, the money that Super Sports put 10 years ago is way more than what they are putting now, because the league had deteriorated and is rising again like a phoenix. Oh no, that's over exaggerating now. It's just rising like a small shoot off the ground from a seed that is planted. We need to give it time. We need to give it support. We need to understand that all of these teething problems will be there, but it's a gradual process. Again, for those of you who are complaining, do you really think that you know more than people like Coalition and who's investing this much in the league? You think you know more than Shola, who's investing in the league with Sporting Lagos, or Mbosi, who's not coming in with Club 1472, if I'm not mistaken with the name now, to invest in it? I don't think you know more than them. I don't think you've done bigger business than them. So let's give the league a break. Like I tell people, give it some 5 years break for all of this to come in. One, some of the things that were really missing in this league was financial transparency, a structure that is backed by proper due process. That's what GTI brought in. GTI brought in that structure, and that's the reason why we are making the little progress that we're making. And there is still a lot more. Now, it's up to you to task your individual clubs that you support to drive their community engagement, grow up their numbers so that they can use that numbers to not get engagement. They say a whole lot of opportunities, sleeves sponsorship, behind your jersey, under the numbers sponsorship, even the shorts, the playing pants. There is a whole lot. And it is money that will grow the league. Take away the money, we are seeing a glorified amateur league. But once there is money, if our league is generating, say, between $2 to $5 million every year guaranteed, my brother, you will not even have all this conversation. You'll be seeing things that you don't think possible. You players driving Ferrari. You think all these players don't want to show off. They want to show off. I just say the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, and the flesh is a reality. Their bank account. So when the time comes, you will see it. When we were producing games last season, people said, "Oh, well, can't we do more than one game?" And we tried to explain the cost implication. We were willing to do all the games if they wanted us to. We will stretch ourselves. I mean, we work with great hands. As far as I'm concerned, Techie solutions were fantastic with the equipment that they have, and their network could also enable them to bring in more equipment if they are giving us stretch of games. And then there is, what would have happened was, Andre, go and produce this number of games. Team 33, go and produce this number of games. Elegote and your crew, go and produce this number of games. That would have happened. And then at the end of the day, it's about money. You can't even fund it. So now that the money is coming from outside, which is one of the biggest prayers I'll pray, because over the years, the money to produce the league have always been required to come from the league itself, which is not possible. So now this is coming. People should tune down with the complaints. People should tune down. I'm not producing the league right now. That's not mean I should go and criticize the league. Some people criticize the league because, they didn't any favor them. Because the deal is not favoring me. Let me tell the league that. No. Think about the people who are employed in the system, people who are making a living out of it. You're trying to cut their jobs off, and I don't think it's the best thing to do. We've got a lot of who says it just show up here now. And I was talking about Turkey. I didn't even notice. Okay, mostly say, bros, hello. I beg, what do you think about the Man United? Leave Man United out of this conversation right now. That club is they don't already did successful. Leave them. Stan watching Mary. Hey, Stanley Anna. He said, "Is this guy a Liverpool player, or you don't like putting on our local jersey?" Which guy is that? No, Emmanuel Sebastian. Emmanuel wears. You wear more local jerseys than.
I've been put on the shooting stars yesterday.
If he's talking about me, this is Galatasaray. First off, when it comes to wearing jerseys, nobody wears local jerseys than me. Nobody have more local jerseys than me. But it's got timing, right? There are some jerseys and the qualities are low. My name is S. Ogene Idafe Matthew. There is something about me and the quality of what I wear. if the quality no match, I'm not gonna wear them because I want to promote Nigerian League. The things I have done to promote Nigerian League, you already talk about Jesse, you're not there. So just leave it aside. Deals, these are going on every day in the league. I'm part of the people brokering it. I'm part of the people making it happen. I'm part of the people, saving us from anarchy in the league. Don't ask me if I wear the jersey and I'm not even doing all those services that I'm rendering. It's useless. I use my platform to promote the league more than you do. So don't even bring that wear jersey or not wear jersey. I'm not the same because I want to promote the league. Go wear one jersey. Will be say, if you like Lopo, once I did that, what's that now? I wear something that is quality. This is me. It's my style. This is my individuality. I am not a billboard for the league. Nobody's paying me for that one. Okay? I think you guys should be putting on Nigerian League jersey. My friend, get out of this place. I thought you guys should be putting on Nigerian jersey. I say, what's your point exactly? Let me ask her. Fish. Now I ask him. Oh, bro. No Jack. Just show up and begin talking here. My friend, come on, get out of this place. You know what you want to.
So every time the show, we should put on a Nigerian jersey.
I don't understand though. That the show is a Nigerian League, sponsored by Nigerian League. You smoke Igbo, abi na dry shit you smoke there. Oloyemi, you say you want this jersey. The person way buy the jersey, they with you for UK. What's it called? Where cars, by the way? Cars. I bet buy one jersey for my sister. Make sure let me rest because this one she go press me for night like me as. Oloyemi say no. Precious Emeniki wants say what's your take on Francis Fight? The rubber man, a black man, the rubber.
Francis what?
Francis Ngannou, the rubber man,
okay.
Clear robbery now. Oloyemi's happy birthday, but no, it's not like robbery. If you're a fighter, you should know that when you're fighting the person we carry bet, the only way to win is to knock him down. If you knock him out, if he comes to point, you go win. He knew
to a decision.
He know he was going to lose, so it's not something to argue. It should knock him down. That's all. And I thought he would have learned from the bronze bomber fight where if you knock him down, he will come back up again. So pile the pressure more. But I think from the individual fight, he gave a greater account of himself because that was really. I was listening to all the boxing experts and probably they said that this fight was a one-way traffic. Francis have no business. I mean, he made 10 million. Come on.
But you say Fury going to the octagon?
They go so bitter, man. They go.
I was telling somebody, boxers.
He not go fit kick.
Fighters go to the ring, but it's only you see boxers.
He go lose him. He go lose him. They'll kick his head, come up for position. No man, not try him. Make like stay. Sometimes you have to stay in your lane. He's a bigger lane. He's on the bigger lane.
Yeah,
and you stay there. Back to you, man.
All right. So moving on. Still on the NPFL, we still have games coming up this weekend. Just to let you know, all the games this weekend will play on Sunday. I mean, teams play Wednesday, Thursday, so they have to travel.
Yeah, they have to go back on Sunday.
So games will play on Sunday. Some of the games are Rivers United take on Sunshine Stars. Shooting Stars
guaranteed 3 points there.
Shooting Stars against Niger Tornadoes. Interesting game. Shooting Stars will be looking to bounce back at home after losing the Southwest Derby.
Shooting Stars cannot claim that they traveled. They went from their bedroom to their living room. So they cannot even claim that. So they are jet lagged and all that.
They want to get back to winning ways and all that.
The Oracle should be able to work it.
They United against Dismal United.
Home local derby.
Tough game.
Home.
There and off. So we look forward to seeing how that one will be.
Doma might shut them.
Yeah, I think so too. But
Doma is a good team.
Like I said, Gombe United to have been decent this season. It's going to be a tough game. Eimba are home to Kwara United. Eimba were looking to get things
3 point for Finidi and Kano Aqua Boys.
Yeah. Aqua United against Plateau United. Right there in Uyo. Enugu Rangers against Heartland. Abia Warriors against Kasuna United. Bengal Insurance against Remo Stars.
To
look forward to right there in that one.
Remo can go and cause trouble though.
They can.
That Remo team.
So one game we played on Monday. It's official. Sporting Lagos against Kano Pillars.
In Lagos.
Yeah, in Lagos.
That stadium will be filled up.
On Monday.
That stadium will be filled up.
Do you think Nottingham will come to the stadium?
There are lots of Nottinghams in Lagos. You remember when MFN used to play Kano Pillars? And Pillars fans are more than MFN fans. Unless probably
evening,
yeah.
So do you think about just
traffic? Well, Agege is different from, but Abalende, they've got a lot of Northerners in Abalende. I don't know how the publicity will be done, but Kano Pillars might just get a lot of their fans and might have a full house or maybe a quarter to full house. 3/4 of the stadium might be filled up.
All right, so that game was supposed to be played on Sunday, but was shifted to Monday because of a stadium booking conflict. That was what Scotland Lagos came out to say.
Was that not what I said earlier?
In their media publishing and all that.
That's what Remo Stars will not suffer.
Yeah, conflicts and all that. So so many things going on at that MJ. So many activities and all that. So, but the game is going to be played on Monday. I mean, we've seen a Monday night game. Played by Sporting Lagos, and it was really.
They need to improve the lights though.
So we hope to. Yeah.
But this one is Monday evening, so not really night.
Yeah, 4 to
6:30
the games.
Yeah, should be over. Football match is 2 hours.
Yeah. So those are the games to look forward to this weekend. Again, no start times this weekend.
No, aside from on the 18th.
Relax. No, November 18th. But you can still continue to watch the game.
That Monday evening. If not, no, we can't. I would have said if all things go well, we would have done production, but it's not gonna work. Monday evening is not gonna work.
All right. So those are the games this weekend, March the 7th, in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Moving on the show, let's talk about the CAF awards now. Some people wanted us to talk about
the Victor Osimhen Award.
Yeah. To be honest, when
you're scared, like they might not give him.
I'm getting scared now. When the nominees were released, I started going online, seeing opinions from people, talking about his competitors and stuff like that.
Who are the people competing with him?
Players were released. I think over 30 nominees were released.
Yeah.
It's going to be streamlined.
No, it's 30, but who are the name three players that are competing against us?
Yasin Bono is the goalkeeper. He's been listed amongst the nominees. I'm just calling the top names now. Riyad Mahrez is there. Riyad Mahrez. I think those are the two. Hakimi is there as well.
Okay.
So these are the players who.
Okay, so let's do voting by block.
Okay.
There's nobody in West Africa that will vote for Bono, Hakimi, and Riyad Mahrez. There's nobody in West Africa that will vote for them. I'm being arrogant about it. Everybody, all the West African vote goes to Osimhen. North Africa, let's say the whole North Africa goes for Bono, Hakimi, and Riyad Mahrez. They will divide their votes.
Yes, Sadio Mane nominated as well.
Leave Sadio Mane,
he's not going to win. I don't know
grass. For the calling. I saw his name there yesterday. I said this is just out of respect. And so when you look at that, the southern part of Africa, 50% will vote for Osimhen. So the northern part of Africa, you know that thing that used to happen when Messi wins the award and everybody is complaining why is Messi winning the award. Let me tell you why Messi wins the award. Messi will be nominated high up from the best of South American players, and then you now have 4 or 5 high-flying Europeans. Mm-hmm. So of those countries, the 5 high-flying Europeans, they will divide themselves. You understand? You nominate a Lewandowski, you nominate a Luka Modric, you nominate Iniesta. All these guys, they will now divide themselves. In the south side of America, everybody will vote Messi. They will vote Messi straight up, like, oh, this is our arrow and this is our own. Because the South America, even though they fight each other against the world, they believe in the collective. True. Well, in Europe, they will divide themselves, and then Messi will just come stroke as their middle and win it. Even this Ballon d'Or that they reduced the voters from 120 to 80. It is still people voting. It's not like emotion or something. So when people complain about it, I was like, you know why? You have Luka Modric. You have Kylian Mbappe. You have, what's this called? Erling Haaland. Europe is already divided. And you have a few other European players who's dividing Europe. Who else again was competing against Messi in South America? Nobody. No Neymar, no Suarez, no Ronaldo, nobody. So the whole South America, whatever the numbers of people you give to South America to vote, all of them are going to vote for Messi. Then you come to Africa. Africa is going to be divided either in 2 ways or 3 ways. And so let's say Cameroon voted Mbappe even. And then majority of Africa vote for Messi. Messi just won the World Cup. Africa is still thriving, it's crazy, like not up. So all of that vote for Messi. So when you now come back and start tabulating the other, you see say they're not rich. So now the same thing with these votes now, because that's how I calculate voting at competition. When Yaya Toure won it over Mikel Obi, and my former chairman like, oh, they robbed Mikel Obi as a chairman. You don't understand the votes. You be your guy for your work, but for this one, you don't understand that. Mikel Obi and Yaya Toure are West Africans. Inside this West Africa where they do so, for here, our media had already thought say Mikel Obi no sabi play ball. We used to talk, you know, say Mikel Obi retired before people cut us say I play ball. People used to talk, say if they play, he was a chief judge, they always wear seatbelt for bench. And then when he plays, if they play, make it no spoil for man. There's a Yoruba word where they used to describe Mikel at the time, or something like that. I mean, I was brilliant. People say it all the time. That's the kind of football he plays. He doesn't put body, he just get the pass and he give it back. This is the conversation you are having, and nothing influences the mindset of the people that will vote than the conversation in the media.
Yeah.
So the media have already portrayed him as not good enough. But then at the same time, that same period, the media was portraying Yaya Toure as the best midfielder to ever play. Okay, so somebody says Mato Womi Baje. Okay, I don't know what it means anyway, but I'm just telling you how this works. So when you put that again, and let's go back to the foundational word that sets me up as a media executive. He who controls information controls the balance of power. So once those information have been put out, Yaya Toure is regarded as the best midfielder to ever play in the Premier League. In the Premier League, they have Roy Keane, they have Patrick Vieira, to name just a few. Mikel Obi has never been mentioned among the top 50 best midfielder that played in the Premier League as a midfielder. Mm-hmm. And then so you now have Cesc Fabregas, Rosicky, Mesut Ozil, and the others, right? But Yaya Toure is regarded as the best midfielder. And then you now put the two of them head to head. The pendulum go switch to Yaya Toure. They no rubber. Now what till we create? Osimhen score goal, yes. Osimhen win the league, yes. But we have created a larger-than-life monster for him already. There is nothing anybody can do. There is nothing. This award. Watch now. The Northern Africans that are coming into the award, they're too many. So they go split their own votes. Then the West Africans have only one guy. Leave Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane in a crayfish they put for food. Nobody define crayfish for food. They never shop pomo, they never shop meat, they never shop shaki, they never shop all the bokota.
There's Salah, there's Kudus, there's Partey, there's Gurasi, there's
so as Partey day now. So you believe say Partey get one vote. Even Partey no go vote for himself. Partey as the captain of Ghana no go vote for himself. Tack him over there. See now to tie.
I'm just going to get specific. I'm just calling the
to tie Juju. To tie Juju for Wiz. Leave. Like Thomas Partey.
There's Anguissa, there's Pezital, like I said. So some top players you might be familiar with who are nominated, but they will be streamlined to, I think, top 3 or thereabouts. And of course,
for me, it's an similar award.
Will be there, but we'll keep our fingers crossed for that one, and we'll see who wins that one as well. A lot of people have come out to say Boniface should be there, other Nigerians should be there, and again, just to say there's a new category.
See the name whether they call at that time. Olama to say. What we call Mikel's pattern is Maje Kobaje lower me. Yes, this is what they used to like. Tony Beckham was picture, but I don't. So like they used to, yeah, you know, back in the day, I used to say, but the guy plays football. He plays well. I think every coach that comes is still in the team. That's about football when they play. That's the guy you want to win African Footballer of the Year. No, you've poisoned the mind. And guess what? And the people when they talk this night, they vote. Nobody journalists, they vote. So once everybody does say, na so it be, let's not give the award to a choice that is not popular. Let's give it to a popular, a football choice, a choice that people will hail as, here comes the king. You never forget to say the award now, somebody brand. You want Majako Bajelawami to represent your brand ahead of the guy who they say is the best of the best. I mean, it's simple now. When Mahrez was on fire, when he won the award, you don't like him. When Aubameyang was the show boy, he came in, his baggage was missing, and he showed up, dressed down. He won the award, you don't like him. Or Aubameyang, Adebayo and the rest of them. I want to go give it to Majako Bajelawami to come and win the award. Come on, that's that.
All right, so just to let you know, voting, people who vote are people from the CAF Technical Study Group, selected journalists, captains of club, coaches. These are the people who will be voting for this from the different member associations. So quite a number of neutral people might want to favor Osimhen in this one as well. So we keep our fingers crossed. Not just Osimhen, there's also Gift Orban nominated for the young player of the year.
But started playing this season. What are his chances? Who is he coming up against?
There's so many young players. There's Dango Ouattara. I think I know him at Bournemouth. There's Suleimani Alio, Enes Tuama, the Ghanaian, Alessandro El Zawi, Bila Kanous. So many young players nominated. I think these players are from CAF competitions.
I think the young player of the year gets more traction based on what they've done for national team. Unfortunately, Gift of doesn't have that.
Yeah.
And in the lead up to this award now, it's not played. So it's going to be, if he doesn't win it, if he wins it, I'll be okay with it. But if he doesn't win it, I'm not going to go
Yeah, exactly.
like, hey, they've robbed him. I won't. Because you know this thing they say about marketing, out of sight is out of mind. When you go out of circulation, your numbers drop by 50%. The longer you stay, you start shrinking up 10%, 10%. Before you know it. I told you the story of my Coca-Cola business now. When I was in Brilla, Coca-Cola signed me up to do a campaign for them, 1.9 million. They paid upfront. I left Brilla 2 years later. Coca-Cola was doing the same campaign. They called me. I went there and they told me it's 250K that they'll give me. Like, what changed? Same Twitter handle, same me, same person, but I don't have the backing of the platform anymore. So, and I've been out of circulation for 2 years. So to them, this guy's no longer there again. It was only when I did the campaign, the guy, the Indian man, like, no, we need to give you, because you outperform everybody, you did way more than we expected, blah, blah, blah. Because again, that's who I am anyway. And then so they gave me they call it out of budget payment, another additional 500,000. But what they agreed to pay was 250K. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So Gift Up have not really kept the flow from what we were shouting about back then. The award was done that time. Nobody's in contention. But right now, I don't know. I don't know.
The fact that he got nominated, I love the fact that we have another Nigerian nominated in another category. So
is it in Nigeria?
That's another topic for another day. But CAF nominated as Nigeria. There's a Nigerian flag beside his image. So let's just take that one as it comes.
I like to play this play a lot.
So just take it as it comes.
I'm messing with you, man.
The period under review is November 2022 to September 2023. Should this change, Joe? Should it be a season something or
November? This is the same. It's a season. Anyhow you want to look at it, it's a season. Because it's everything in last season. August, September, October, just 3 months before November. So either ways you look at it, it's still a season.
All right. So there are other categories. If you want to have the full grasp of the categories, you can go to the CAF social media handles to see all the.
Or go to their website.
Or go to their website to see all the numbers of the nominees and for the various categories. And once again, the award comes up in Morocco, December 11th. So you might want to save the date. The coronation day for Victor Osimhen. Keep our fingers crossed. We'll keep our fingers crossed for that one. And somebody's already asking. Okay, I've talked about. We've already talked about it. Said, what do you think of Boniface missing out on the award?
We've started that before now. Yeah. We started that. The period of time.
His Europa League top scorer.
Yeah, the period of time in review is game didn't show up, and you cannot just bring somebody whose performance started in mid-August up until now and insert into it. It doesn't really work for it. So I understand him not being there. He's a good player, continues this form to the end of the season. He's going to be one player. Let's say, for instance, he continues this form, top goal scorer for Bayer Leverkusen. They go on to win the league or come second in the league, and then they progress in the European competition. Between you and me, Victor is going to be added over from Victor Osimhen to Victor Boniface.
All right. With that, we've come to the end of the show today.
Thank God.
2 hours on the show. For those of you who kept a lot with us, I want to say thank you. You guys are, the MVPs for sticking to us, sending in your comments, following the show all through. We want to say thank you. It's Friday. Make sure you have fun leading up to the weekend. Some games to look forward to tonight involving Nigerians. Of course, high-flying Leicester City take on
Leeds United. Oh boy.
Sadly, we've had indeed won't be available for
the point gap between Leicester on top and Leeds in third or second. Incredible.
They are doing wonders right there in the championship. But
do you know the Nigerian journalists that will vote for the African Football of the Year?
I don't know
if they changed them, but it used to be Osaso Bayuana, Chisom Bonu. I know again. That's the ones that I used to know. I don't know.
So keep up. We'll wait for that one and see who the selected journalists that will be voting. But talking about Leicester. An update from Enzo Maresca in his pre-match press a few days ago. He said Wolf will be out until the international break. It is also a muscular problem. It's a small thing, but when the problem is muscular, even if it's small,
you have to rest
1 week or 2
You have to rest it.
You don't have to take any risk. So keep our fingers crossed if indeed he will be fit for the next international break. But I think this might just play a part. So we'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. So Leicester City against Leeds United.
Round up the show.
Another game. If you want me, if you say force me to round up now, we'll go on and go on.
Emmanuel is threatening me, and I need a control console.
PSG
So yeah,
Montpellier, sorry. PSG Montpellier tonight. Akko Adams in action, fresh from winning the player of the month for Montpellier. So those are the games I'll be looking forward to tonight. So thank you for being on the show. Till we come away again next week. Final words for you.
Obande Williams in Dubai just joined us. We started the show with Imade Osaroko joining us, and now we're ending the show with Obande Williams. But Obande Williams just scored his first goal for his new club last week, I think.
Yeah, Gulf United.
It was a nice one. Congratulations to you, Obande Williams and Gulf United. Next year we're coming to Dubai. We're going to come see you, come see Imade, then continue the story of Coach Ayere, my guy's guy. We're doing us proud over there in the UAE. Will come. But until then, guys, it's the weekend. For those of you who want my betting code or tips, chat me in my DM on Instagram. It's at Legote1. If you have my phone number, you know where to go to. I would share the ones that I think with you. And like I say, my best betting platform right now is Destiny X, because I can my winnings is in dollars, in cryptos, USDT, and the rest of them. So it makes a whole lot of sense to me, especially when I accumulated wins of $1,000 and it was 1.2 million. Well, it was big in my eye, you know. So think about it. If you want, reach out to me. Let's get talking. I'm not too busy for people, so I'm not a celebrity yet. When I become a celebrity, I start wearing dark glasses in the night and stop reading my messages. But for now, I'm a regular human being. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Sebastian, and thank you to everybody who's been part of the show. Like I always say, our strive is to create a community of people who rub minds with each other. And thanks, Arotorego. When I see the lights on, I know this is your doing. Thank you for keeping the lights on. And my regards to your lovely twins and your amazing wife, big man, Orobo say, Omiragwa. Yes, Oshai Toshari. That's who you are. God bless you and have a wonderful weekend for yourself. This weekend, for those of you in Surulere, go and see the launch of Club 1472. For those of you on the island, close to the island, you can come to Muson Center for Alibaba Spontaneity, the final selection of the people that will compete for the car on January 1st. I hear that January 1st, a comedian will win a Jeep. If you're funny, start preparing for next year's own. Find a way to be part of it, and you'll be on that platform. You might just start your new year with a car. Nothing stays better than that. Having said that, my name is Idafe Matthews. You love to call me the Legote on Sports. It's been the Sports Buffet on the Legote TV radio. Please, if you are not going to be the solution, don't stand in the way of those who are the solution, because the solution is not just for one person. It goes around for everybody. It's like perfume. I spray it on me, but everybody enjoy the beautiful scent or aroma of it, whatever you want to call it, but I call perfume scent anyway. Have a wonderful day to you and to everybody around you. Your weekend be sweeter than honey, but not be dangerous like sugar. God bless you and be great.